Hello and welcome to another general reading. I'm Kat and this reading is aimed at guiding you and me through the coming week. And that would be the week of October 13th. So my goal here is to give you some guidance and insight that you'll be able to use when things come up in the coming week. This week I'm using the Visions of Life Tarot and Agatha's Pendulum. So let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna move these out of the way. As always, this is a general reading and is not a reading for any one person specifically. There are, however, themes and ideas that everyone can resonate with from this. So because I just did a video on using significator cards in your readings, I wanted to explain that I don't use one in these readings because there isn't one specific querent, but rather it's a general reading for everyone. And so if you want to learn a little bit more about significator cards, I'll link that video below in the comments section. So I hope you'll listen and watch, and I hope you find at least one thing that's going to be helpful for you personally. Okay, so in 3 positions. So this is position of energy, this is opportunity, and this will be outcomes. So let's see, our first position for the upcoming week. And we have Disharmony, which granted isn't the happiest card, but let's see how things play out. So remember that this is potential energy, but our fate isn't written in ink, right? We have the power to change things. Okay, so disharmony brings us some sad energy, some low energy, like feeling down or heartbroken. Maybe we've experienced something emotionally upsetting. This can lead us to be quiet or turn inwards. We can really experience and feel the energy. You know, when we tend to let these sorts of energies really guide the way we feel, when we have more upbeat, positive energy, we tend to just go along on our merry way without always thinking about things. But when things aren't as great, it really seems to us to affect us more, and we really seem to focus in on that and have difficulty getting past that. So let's go to the next card, which is opportunities, and see where that takes us. Well, restrictions. So it doesn't get any better. So restrictions are things that have the potential to hold us back. Things like bad news can make us stop what we're doing. Crises can make us afraid to keep going. For example, I know this summer a friend of mine passed away in a motorcycle accident, and I really stepped back and I had a hard time getting back on my own motorcycle for a while. So the news of her death, which was sad and heartbreaking, really left me unable to move forward for a little bit. So if we look at the energy of disharmony and we allow it to control or restrict what we do, we're allowing the negatives in life to really dictate what we do and what our lives will look like. So let's move on to the third position, which is outcomes. And, oh good, finally we have a positive card. Yay! Reunion. So this could be that we choose not to let things control us in negative ways, but rather we use those energies that we get from friendships and relationships maybe to give us a boost. We can spend time nurturing these sorts of positives and really allow ourselves to be nourished by them. By being a part of and feeling like a part of a caring community, we never feel alone or disempowered. And I think there's always something, or not something, but someone who can give us a hand or give us a shoulder to lean on, really make us feel better. And those are the things that we really need to gravitate towards and hold on to, especially when we're feeling down. So let's grab a card from Agatha's Pendulum, and we'll wrap it up with that. I love this deck. There's no guidebook at all with Agatha's Pendulum, So it's totally intuitive, which is a lot of fun. Okay, so give it a cut, and we have underworlds. I love it. So you know what I see in this? We have the choice about whether we're going to dig a hole or not. We can either bury ourselves in sadness and those feelings and events that get us down. We can really choose to wallow in pity, and allow things to really get the best of us. Or we can shovel ourselves out and stay on top of things. So I love this image. This reminds me of the death card in a way. What, with the cemetery and the Grim Reaper guy and everything, it makes me think of like transforming the bad into good. So taking sadness and the feeling of being down and taking control of that situation and leaving the bad behind and, really moving on to something new. It's like writing our own stories. So I'm going to leave it there for this week. So we've taken some sadness and maybe some negativity, and we've really, used the power of community and the power of friendship and relationships to really move us forward so that we can really write our own book, write our own story. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you have found something to take with you, and I hope to see you back here next weekend. So have a great week.